Fuck out of here, fool. What's going on, everybody? We're back at you again. This is episode 15 of the 1011 Showcast. I'm your host, DJ 1011, with my co-host,
G. Dillon.
Hey, today we got two very special guests for y'all. Two of them. You know, they both from the LGBT community. We have a man and a female. It's a lot of questions I always had to ask as far as the community. And, you know, I have no problem with nobody. I think everybody should be happy the way they live. But, you know, they catch a lot of flack out here, and I don't think people know what the fuck they be talking about. You know what I'm saying? You feel me, though, G?
Hell yeah.
So, motherfucker don't know what the fuck they be talking about. We got my man right here, Rapper NonChallant.
Nonchalant.
And we got my girl right here, Kei. What's going on, y'all?
What's the word? What's the word?
You gotta give y'all a round of applause for coming to be with us. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? How y'all feeling?
I'm good. I'm blessed and highly favored. I appreciate you for having us.
You know, you already know, man. You know how it is. You know. How you feeling, Kei? You feeling good?
I'm just happy to be here. I'm grateful to, you know what I'm saying, be able to speak on this platform and just, you know, say what I have to say with you guys.
You know what I'm saying? Be an open book. I'm an open book. Whatever y'all want to know about me, I'm willing to answer too. You know what I'm saying? So, ain't just, spotlight on us, drilling us. Y'all can interview me too. You know what I'm saying? What's up, G?
I'm an open book.
You open book?
Open book.
Hey, we gonna find that now.
No shame in my game.
I feel you.
Whatever you want to ask me, I'll let you have it.
Okay. So one of the first things I want to know is what is one of the big misconceptions they have about the gay community, LGBTQ? A lot of people. What from day-to-day perspective, what is the biggest, most thing y'all hate or dislike that people just assume about y'all?
You want to go, Kei, or you want me to go?
Well, I'm going to say for me, I want to be a man. Nothing about me wants to be a man.
Okay.
Nothing about me can be a man. Even if I had a change or, you know, whatever case may be, I'm still not a man. You know, and I accept that and I understand that. But I think we all have feminine and masculinity inside of us. And so sometimes, you know, we get to choose and portray those things. That's just like in a sport or, you know, if I'm playing basketball or football, I can't necessarily be extra feminine playing those sports. I might have to be a little bit masculine. So just for an example, I guess it's just saying like sometimes my masculinity will, you know what I'm saying, take over. You know, that doesn't mean
Right.
I want to be a man at all. I can't. So, but I can be dominant.
Okay.
I can, you know, show my masculine traits at times. And I can also be feminine. That doesn't take away who I am.
I think a lot of females got that in them anyway. They take
Exactly.
over and think they tough and all that shit.
Exactly. I think that's for you.
So is that one of the things you hate most, that people feel like, she want to be a man and shit?
I think
so. That's
for
one of
me,
the
that's one of the things.
One of the top things
Yeah.
that you hate and shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I can get that.
So from your perspective, there's not a lot of commonality like with the trans community, because that's like a big thing in the trans community now. You know, being recognized as whatever your sex is, it's kind of a big thing. And, you know, there are people saying, well, you know, you can't, are you really a man? Are you really a woman, regardless of this change? And can you just say, well, I was born a woman, but I am now a man?
Well, for me, from my understanding of it and having a close relative be a part of that community, it's what they feel. It's mental. It's in their heart, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
Like I said, for me, I'm me. You feel me? Like I've never once said, well, I'm a man. You know, I never once said that. I've always understood, you know what I'm saying, through anatomy, you know, what a male and a female was, you know. But in my heart, I never felt different. in that regard. And for them, they feel different.
Yeah.
They don't feel like this is who they were born to be. I mean, from my understanding, we all, before we even become who we are, we don't know what we are.
Right.
And then things happen and certain parts create and boom, that's what it's supposed to be.
Right, because I mean, the science of it is that all of our genitals all start out exactly the same.
Correct.
And so, whether it's a clitoris or it's a penis, that started as the same glob of tissue.
Correct.
And then through whatever happens
It's
genetically,
hormones or whatever
the hormones hit and all, and then it splits off.
Correct.
So yeah, I mean, I get that, but I was just curious to hear you say that you feel you're you, and that you didn't have any issues
Confusion or no question as to who I am and what I was as a human being at the end of the day.
That's what I'm saying. It's good to know. That's good to know. What about you, Nonchalant? What's one thing you hate the most that you deal with on a day-to-day basis?
I think for me is the challenges we have with masculinity because we're gay. A lot of times people think like, oh, you're gay. Kind of like what Kei said, like with like thinking that she wants to be a man or gay men want to be women. That's not the case, and they think we're less masculine. We're less of a man, or we ain't gonna be able to do this.
I don't mean to cut you off. I just seen some gay guys whip the shit out of some men. So the masculinity, I don't know where they get that shit from. But go ahead.
But you look on social
media, beat the brakes off of a manly ass man.
Go ahead.
You look on social media and it's like, oh, it's gay to smoke hookah. It's gay to have a birthday dinner.
Hot dog. They talking about glizzy.
Where did this come from? And it's just like, I want people to understand that it's just like, it's different type of gays. You got your flamboyant gays. Right. You got your masculine gays. You got your in-between gays, which they consider butch queens. And people never...
Hold on. Butch queen? Men?
Explain.
Okay, they call men butch queen?
Yeah.
I heard of the trade before. You ever heard of that, G? I heard of the trade before, but I ain't never heard of the butch queen. I ain't never heard of that.
So a butch queen would be considered, they would identify me as a butch queen because I'm an openly gay man, but I'm not super flamboyant. And I still have some masculinity to me. That's just gay culture. So we got a lingo. And that's why I always tell people, like, when they be getting ignorant, it's like, try to understand the culture. Because we got words and how we identify with individuals all the time. And it's just like, that's how we be like, we are called like a female fish.
Oh, I ain't know that either. See, I'm learning a lot of shit already.
In the gay community, you hear us say, girl this, girl that. And they be like, who you call it girl? No girl in the room. But that's how gay guys talk to each other. Like, and then to identify with it is like understanding the difference between like to know that I ain't talking about another gay boy when I say girl. They'll be like, oh, fish did such and such. Now, my close girlfriends, I don't call them that because they don't really like that. Like, a lot of females, you like being called fish, Kiara?
I don't, like I said, it don't bother me now.
Okay.
So it's a lot of different stuff to this than I thought. Yeah, it's man. So yeah, I can see, man, that can get complicated. So I got to act like you just asked Kei, dude. She said she don't mind, but do you got like a group that just don't be getting along with each other, or like the flamboyant, like the ones who do drag?
Okay, so and that's another thing I want to address. So they think that when guys do drag that they're transgender. It's a difference between transgender and guys who do drag. Guys who do drag just dress up in women's clothes and perform, and they take that off at the end of the day, and what they look like meat. Mm-hmm. A transgender wants to change their genitals, like they want to titties. They want to be the other gender in real life. That's the difference. A drag queen and transgender is totally two different things.
But all the drag queen, are they all gay though, for the most part?
Yeah.
Right now? Okay.
All the ones
But they just don't want to be women. They just dress up. That's just a job to them.
It's a job.
It's just a job. It's a job. It's like a performance. It's like if anybody, Flip Wilson or Eddie Murphy, who did the clumps, or
I'm glad y'all said this. I'm glad y'all said this because what you saying, the person who did drag is 99% of the time they gay, and it's like a job. What y'all think about P Valley that we all watching, with a little murder. Cause me, you know, I don't have nothing against no gay person or nothing. But I'll be like, I couldn't play that role as a heterosexual man.
I
like,
heard it's a stunt double.
Is it? I don't know.
They say it's a stunt
but
double.
he
No.
it gonna be it gonna.
I guess it's parts of it that could be that, but it's parts of it where
He gonna be.
I mean, he doing the deed.
What's the D?
I mean, like I don't know. As a younger man, I don't know if I would have had the
balls
the confidence
to do that. Yeah.
to do a role like that. But I mean, I watched the show and I love it. It's a. I mean, to me, it's kind of a gritty, real life.
I mean, a lot of people
true to
watch
life
it.
type shit. And that's how people. And that's how people live. And that's what goes on. And that's what's always gone on in real life.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that people have picked and choose who they felt deserved to be portrayed. Just like we were talking about this, you know, looking, you know, back 30, 40 years ago, like when I was coming up, there weren't no black folks on TV. Mm-hmm. And like when the Cosbys came on, we was like, that shit was groundbreaking for black people, you know, at that time. You know, if you had a few people here, and like mentioned like Flip Wilson.
She mentioned.
Can't forget Wesley Snipes.
She
Richard
Pryor. He did a good job. It was dope.
He was a drag
That's
queen.
one of my favorite movies.
Yeah,
Denzel Washington was Wesley Snipes.
Yeah,
was a drag
Patrick
queen.
Swayze.
Patrick Swayze.
He was
So it's guys who have done it and have carried it off.
Vin Rain.
But here's the thing.
Vin Rain did a lot of time, yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Just like on P Valley, as well as we have Lil Murda, who is a straight man playing a gay character, Mercedes is playing bisexual as a female. Her actual name is Brandy Evans. Uh-huh. So it's just like, is that a problem?
Nah, you know it's a double standard. It's definitely a double standard. I ain't gonna never say it ain't a double standard in the world.
She sucking cock. She licking cat.
I ain't gonna never say it's a double standard. It ain't no double standard because it is a double standard. Me, I ain't gonna lie, just my opinion. I'd be like, I don't know about Lil Murda and shit. Not saying that ain't got, but I'm like, I don't know if I'll be able to play that role as good as he playing that motherfucker. They'll tell me, cut 10, you ain't getting character, nigga. You frying up, kissing them and shit.
But ain't nothing wrong with that because what's for you is for you. You know
yeah.
And it doesn't take away anything if you say, like, I personally can play that role, but I respect it. That's all you need to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect him, but I wouldn't do that role. Yeah. It's understandable.
Because I can say hands down, they told me, Kiara, I need you to play straight. I'll be sitting there looking crazy. So what you
don't think you can do it?
I don't think I can do it.
So you don't think you can have no dude nail you every episode and kiss it out? She said no. She said no.
No. So I mean,
but like I was telling him, I'm like, I mean, he's an actor, and that's how he has chosen to make his living, and what he has chosen. And he probably read that script and was like, man, this is some real shit right here, and this is an opportunity to really show what an actor I am. There's a ton of actors out there who are openly gay, who are married to men or whatever, married to their significant other.
You just gotta have real thick skin.
They're playing straight roles. They're playing hard roles. They're playing villains.
You just gotta have really thick skin. That's all.
It's acting. They're actors, and that's what an actor does.
But it's more shade or it's more controversy.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the black community than it is, the Caucasian community.
Absolutely.
The Hispanic
I can believe
community.
that.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, a lot of lingo, as I just said, shade comes from the gay community. You know what I mean? A lot of fashions.
Oh, we know they fashion. Me and him always talk about, hey, if motherfucker don't do nothing else, they be shy. They know how to decorate houses. Them motherfucker know how to dress.
And then
that's for sure.
That, your CEOs and your big top dogs be gay men. The nigga that could sell you your house probably is a gay man. Yeah. And it's just it's baffling to me that people look down and be like, oh, you're less than because of you this way, or you can't do this, or you.
Nah, I never look at nobody as less than.
But
though.
the community do. You know what I'm saying? People do.
Oh yeah, nah.
Every day.
I mean, when we came up, like in my age, in my era, in his era, you was taught like they was gonna disown you. You better not. They catch you out there jumping rope or fucking with them girls. Your dad and your uncle gonna be ready to beat your ass. So we was taught that we was trained to think that like, and then they taught us that And you know what I'm saying? Which is a touchy subject. They taught us that in church too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a sin and that's a big sin and all that shit. Then you had a lot of people scared to, like, oh, I'm gonna go to hell if I'm gay and shit like that. They taught motherfuckers
they
that
commit
shit.
a lot of other sins though.
But
you know.
But now they telling me they don't even, so they confuse me all together and shit. I mean,
but you go to a lot of those churches, and you know it's a bunch of gay guys.
but that's what I'm saying. They confuse me now. You know what I'm saying?
Let me
taking
tell y'all a
part
quick
and
secret.
participating in the church.
What national-
Something real. Let me tell y'all something real quick. Let's be honest. Majority of the gay men I know are church niggas.
Oh yeah.
In my community, we call them church queens.
now they church queens
They
too.
church queens.
God damn it, I ain't know
Because
about this.
they in the church, you know, they they in the church every Sunday or whatever, and they down low, and they gay as hell. I have had married men try to talk to me with kids and all of that. Me personally, I don't deal with DL men at all because I got sisters, I got aunties, I got cousins, I got friends who I'm close to, and it would hurt my heart to hear somebody call me and say, "Oh, I caught my man doing X, Y, and Z." You know what I'm saying? And like for me, I'm openly and I'm happy. I'm happy with my lifestyle. I'm happy being openly gay. So I can't hide with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna walk around and hide with you and like pretend.
And that's the shit
you know
I
what
don't
I'm
like. That's one of my number one things. I don't like the down low shit.
Yeah, I
You
don't
having
respect it.
you gonna have 8 and 9 kids and shit, and you know you don't really want to be with a woman. Why have all these kids out here? You know eventually gonna be in this broken home because you trying to prove a point. You know what I'm saying?
Like I had a friend who used to sell clothes and used to sell clothes to Elin Harris. And, you know, they met Elin Harris and was in there with his dude and whatnot. That same dude, a couple weeks later, came in and picked that shit up, was with his wife.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And was looking like, don't you say a fucking word.
That's what I'm saying. Why you can't just be yourself?
And you know, but he living that double life. And
I don't get it.
That's got to be hard as hell to juggle all of that shit.
Yeah.
You know, you had this, and it's been a lot of guys who were prominent people throughout history who
This shit been around. It ain't just started.
who live these double lives.
Did you come out to your family? Like, did you? Because I struggle with that. My family, I did. I had to fake the funk a little bit for a while, and then I got a great mom, so that helped me a lot.
So why did you fake the fun? Because of your
I was
uncles
in high
and shit
school
like that?
Yeah, I was in high school at the time. I had really bad. I think that's where my anxiety come from, still to this day as an adult. In high school, I dated a lot of girls. I had sex with a lot of girls. I had girlfriends.
Damn, I never knew that either. I mean, I know you fucked around with some girls. I ain't know
I had sex with a lot of females.
And was it because you was faking the funk? You trying?
You know what? Yes and no, because I had a girlfriend named Shaquan at the time in high school, like my
Hey, Shaquan.
Hey, Shaquan. She don't like me no more since I came out. But, hey, Shaquan.
That's what you put on blast and shit.
But I liked her a lot. And like when I was dating her, I don't know why, but guys will always be in my DMs on Facebook, and I'm like, do I look a certain way? Why these niggas coming at me in my DMs? Like, you know, and in the back of my mind, I knew I was like kind of like thinking about it, but I never entertained it. And so I was with Shaquan, we was doing our thing, having sex, whatever. And when we broke up, I finally acted on what was in my DMs, and then I got gay friends, and I met more gay people, and I acted on.
And it felt more natural for you.
Interacting with guys. I felt more comfortable, but I still wasn't comfortable because I was hiding it because I didn't want my mama to know, I didn't want my daddy to know, I didn't want my family to know. Okay. And I'll never forget. It was one day I was at the crib, and I just kept going out, hanging out, not telling my mama where I was going, and she'll call me. I wouldn't answer the phone. And then I came back home after like a couple of days, and she was like, "Why you keep this disappearing, not telling me where you at?" And I was like, "I just be outside." And she was like, literally, she said, "If you was bisexual, would you tell me?" I said, "No." And she started crying. And when she started crying, I was just like, she was like, "I went through something in my childhood that I wasn't able to talk to my parents about, and I vowed to myself that I would open those doors for my kids to be able to talk to me." And when she said that, it made me feel super comfortable.
Broke down, told her everything, huh?
I ain't tell her everything. I eased it on her.
I mean, yeah.
I eased it
We don't
on
tell
her.
everybody everything. We just talked about that. Don't nobody tell everybody everything.
I eased it on her. I said I was bisexual, but at the time I knew I only liked the man. So she was like, okay, well, let's just keep it between me and you for now. Like, we ain't gonna tell the rest of the family. And I told one of my cousins on my daddy's side of the family, and she told everybody.
You already knew what they were going to happen.
Everybody. My daddy didn't talk to me for 8 months.
Wow.
And
I know that was hard for you.
Yeah, that was tough, but you know, it made me super strong.
Yeah, that's what it
and
do.
like still like right now I got a lot of respect and love for my daddy. I don't hold that grudge because I don't believe in that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to move on from that for me because harboring that energy, it only hurts you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I'm happy with the lifestyle I live. Like I love being gay. I love
This
it.
nigga said I love it, gay. Ain't nothing wrong. Hey, living your truth. Living your motherfucking truth. What about you, Key? You had some boyfriends before and shit? You know I gotta ask you shit.
I definitely had boyfriends up until I turned about 15.
About 15?
Because all I knew, I was a little tomboy. My mom bought my clothes from the boys section. If I was I wanted, she bought it. You know, she didn't necessarily have an issue. My mother was church going.
I'm surprised she didn't have an issue
so.
then. That's good.
But she was loving and an open woman. My mama passed in 2010.
Rest in peace, Mom.
But however, now I didn't tell her myself, but the young lady I was dating told her.
Let me tell y'all one thing. Cut you off. Hey, if we your family be around y'all time, we be knowing. We just be waiting for y'all to come out and shit.
And that's what my grandma said.
Motherfuckers already. Motherfuckers be acting like they don't know. They be a denial.
So
Motherfuckers
this
be
is a
knowing.
question I had then. Like, was it like a specific time that you knew or realized that you were different? That the other girls are talking about this and doing this, and I ain't really feeling that.
I would say elementary school.
Damn, that early.
A lot of times they was having a lot of conversations that, again, like I said, my mom was kind of, religious. So in my family, a child is to be seen and not heard. Okay, so I stayed in a child's place. Okay. So I didn't know anything about sex, and I didn't know anything about some of the conversations my peers were having at 12, 13, and 14. But I knew that it didn't sit right with me. So you laugh and you joke and you think you know what they're talking about and this and that, but I really didn't. And then when I got to high school, it was very open. It was just like everybody was identifying with everything. You could do almost whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah, it is a different era now. It is. It is a different era now.
When I went to high school, it was just like, I didn't even, know that was an option. Because at my elementary school, I went there from 1st grade to 8th grade. So I didn't know. I just knew these people in this building every day. From first grade to 8th grade. Same people. Nobody has changed, Then we had the feminine boy. Oh, we thought he was gay, whatever. But nobody cared, again, because we've been here from 1st grade to 8th grade.
Like, that's my homie.
No, yeah,
because you be
cares.
taught that shit. Don't nobody be knowing. You just, that's my homie, shit.
But now when I went to high school, that's when it all changed. That's when everybody had a clique here, or you can't hang with this person because they're this, It was like everybody was doing their own thing, and it didn't seem to be a problem. So I'm watching it and I'm looking at that and I'm gaining friends, and my mom was like, well, they look a little different. What they doing?
She want to know why you hanging with them.
Right.
They be knowing, like I said. They want you to tell them, but they be knowing, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
What the fuck you hanging with them for all the time and shit?
So my last boyfriend was 14. I had a sexual experience that
didn't
go through.
I was going to ask you, did you ever have a sexual experience?
I was grateful for him. And that's why I say I don't necessarily hate men. I'm not a men hater. Because all the guys that I experienced always respected me. They never just was like, no, you gonna give me this, but we here. I'm already hard. No,
So, you gonna let me clap them cheeks today, goddamn.
And I'm always grateful for that because it could have went left.
Oh yeah.
Especially at a young age.
Dudes would be on some silly shit.
Yes, and I was just grateful for that. So, and I always knew in those moments, because it's only been like 2 for me. Okay. So in those moments, I always knew that it didn't feel right. I wasn't necessarily aroused, I guess you could say, and I wasn't attracted. So for me, that was for me, and I always respected them just
So
being.
you would never even
okay, I hear you. Hey, walk away or whatever they do. Go from there.
That was another question I had for both of y'all. I was going, you know what I'm saying? You know, we look online and shit. And I done read, I read the comments like, Ari, she be twerking on the guys and shit. Like she'll twerk on Tay and the other guy and shit. And I seen a couple guys in the comment like, that don't mean because we gay, we don't get aroused. That don't mean I want to act on it. Now I'm asking both of y'all, do you get aroused by some girls nonchalant? Like damn, what the fuck is going on?
You know what? The last time I got aroused by a girl, I was hanging out with my homeboy Quentin, and he had like he in the military. He had some of his friends from the military, and it was this girl. He was at the club. They had bottles. Ooh, she was real drunk, and she was like throwing up. So I was holding her while she threw up. I carried her to the car, and I kind of was like, she was attractive, and I kind of like.
Why she threw up?
That's
She was drunk.
But that mean he already thought she was cute before she threw up, though.
Yeah, and I really cared for her that night, and I was attracted to her, and I ain't never tried to have sex with a girl since I've been.
How long ago that was?
I ain't had sex with a female.
No, I'm saying when you got aroused by her.
This was probably I was 24. I'm 32.
Okay,
now.
so it's been a while. So in between that time, you ain't really got aroused by no female or nothing.
Nah, I haven't came close to it.
Okay, what about you, Kei?
For me,
like some guy, cause guys still a trad. They're still trad. Like,
yeah,
you cute, man. Why you fucking with girl? You know how guys is.
It's been a while since I've had that type of reaction.
Yeah.
I'm 32, so
okay, y'all the same age.
So
maybe my 20s, maybe so.
Okay.
But
Kei a player. Kei a player. Ain't no nigga gonna approach Kei because she on the same level with that nigga.
She on the same
Whatever, she on the same level.
Fuck out of here.
I almost intimidate, and that's the goal.
So you're an attractive young lady. So does it bother you when dudes try to push up on you?
No. It just bothers me when they don't respect me.
Respect it,
So
yeah.
so when you like, dude, I'm not interested,
right?
And they keep
still
going.
They still
on
going.
shit.
Yeah.
Then okay, now I gotta show you who dick bigger.
Hey, this Lori Lightfoot, motherfucking granddaughter. I got the biggest dick in Chicago. Remember Lori Lightfoot said that?
Yeah.
Lori Lightfoot told them Italians that motherfucker. I got the biggest dick in Chicago. Shit.
Period.
Now you gotta let a motherfucker know where you stand. Shit. You gotta let a motherfucker know where you stand.
Go ahead, Kei.
They
So-
will try it though.
So something else nonchalant was telling me off the camera a little bit of. He said a lot of times gay women have problems with gay men. Like they don't necessarily like gay men as much as shit.
It's more so the harder ones. Like what Kei said she don't identify with is like the studs. Like the ones that, they really don't care for like flamboyant gays or gays in general. I have met some of them where they think they so much of a nigga that they want to act like straight niggas who don't like gay niggas.
Oh, that's what. So they didn't trick themselves that much mentally.
Yeah.
Like get
They
your
didn't trick
gay ass away from me.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, you're a lady. What the fuck is that?
You gay too?
Ain't that crazy?
It's real. It's real.
I know, cause I done heard like some studs say that, and nigga be just fucking with them playing. They be like, man, go on with that gay shit. He be looking like, dude, you a girl.
Yeah.
So
Can you agree with that, Kei?
Have
you witnessed that? Like, do you?
No, I haven't necessarily witnessed it, but I can understand. Sometimes where they're coming from, not just being a stud, just being a person, and being around some flamboyant gay guys. Sometimes it can be a bit much. I'm not judging nobody. Live your life, be happy. But I would look at that at a girl who was doing too much. It has nothing to do with gay or straight or whatever.
And I can feel you on that. And I can feel you on that. I can feel you on that, Kei.
Feeling awkward after
I can feel you on that, Kei, because like you said, I don't got no problem. Do you? But me as a heterosexual man, I do be looking when motherfucker just be doing too much. He's switching and. Like I'm like, come on, bro. Like we get it.
What
we
if
get
that's
it.
just them? Like if they got on a tank top.
Yeah, if it's a girl, like she said though.
But hold on. If they got
Go
on
ahead.
a tank top, they switching, they lip gloss is popping, they got on nails or whatever. what if that's just that person, and to them they're just being them, but to you they're doing too much?
He's still aggravated to
that
me.
Part, that's not the issue. It's the actions.
Yeah, it's the action.
So that's a different.
It's what they're
subject.
doing
Yeah.
when we're out.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
you can dress like that.
That's a different subject.
If my homegirl is out doing some of the things that some of the gay guys or people doing,
Exactly.
I'll be telling her, "Hey, chill out. We at
Exactly.
such place. Why is
Yeah, it ain't really the dress code nonchalant. It's like he said.
Sometimes
actions.
it's the over the top of wanting to be almost better than
a woman. Yeah,
or thinking this is what a woman should be doing, and I
Doing
get
too much.
I get after watching Love and Hip Hop Miami, Suki. If you Suki,
She do too much. She do too
you
much.
be lit.
But she be
I
doing
know
too much.
that's an audience. You know, that's an audience for her.
So you think it's more-
Gorilla
you think
is an
it's kinda
audience for her.
inappropriate.
But
It's-
sometimes I feel like it just be like, why you gotta
And you
do
know,
all
I'm glad
that?
you said something like that because it's so crazy. Because like we look at people like Santana and
Saucy Santana.
Saucy Santana.
Okay.
Let me say the sauce.
Okay. I was just making sure that's who you talking about.
Yeah, Saucy Santana. It's like when we get glorified, it's always the flamboyant, funny guy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's so many different elements to gay men. It's crazy because it's just like I be around some of my straight females, and when they see a guy that I probably talk to or that's around one of my friends that's like naturally masculine and openly gay and just regular, they be like, oh, he don't even look gay. Gay does not have a look. It does not have a look, y'all.
Hey, and look, nonchalant. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of guilty of that. And I be
I'm
feeling
so
like
glad we
sometimes.
talking. It doesn't
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
look.
Sometimes I do. I be like, yeah, that nigga gay and shit. I be thinking like just his mannerisms and sometimes.
Nah,
but you can get some straight thugs. I done heard. I done heard.
Openly
You
gay.
get some
They not
straight
even
thugs.
DL. They like regular ass niggas that don't even go to, like one guy I was dealing with for a long time. He ain't got no gay friends. Don't go to no gay clubs. Don't do nothing.
And he gay, though.
But he's openly gay to his family. He's just a regular nigga, live a regular lifestyle.
Man, that's
He
crazy.
kick it with his cousins. He ain't got no gay friends. But to me, that nigga gay in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's
so
weird.
it's just like, you know, it does not have a look. And I hate when people say like, oh, he don't even look gay. It's a look.
People do say that.
It's
I don't
a
say that as much.
It's a look, but it's
action.
a closed look. And,
Yeah.
and
Not
you know
always.
what I'm saying? For some.
It's
Because they
different
look at me.
elements. I want people to understand it's different elements. Everybody's
I'm
different.
learning now.
It's not just one particular gay. That's what showcased on TV. I'm going to piggyback off what you said earlier when you said the people were excited for the Cosbys to be on TV because there was a black family on television, right? I had a homegirl just tell me, oh, I love my gay friends, but it seemed like every time I cut on the TV, I'm seeing a gay character. I'm seeing a gay character. You don't think how black people want to see how black people want to see black people on TV because they was tired of seeing white? Or how about how one of whites was stealing our songs that we wrote and sang?
Yeah.
And we want to see the black people who
That's
wrote
a good-
and
that's
sang
good-
them
that's a
songs.
good point.
Sing
That's
them
a good point.
songs. So, as a gay man in my culture, sometimes we want to see somebody that translate with us, somebody that we can relate to from our culture. And every time we see somebody from years and years and years, it's always just a flan. What's the nigga name, my baby? What? I'm gonna sling my tiny ass in this. That ain't all of us.
$40.
$40.
Oh, Shane. Oh, Shane.
$40.
Oh, Shane.
That ain't us all the
Yeah,
time.
but I think like
Shane.
we talked about earlier when we were off air, that I think the tendency, particularly when people are uncomfortable, they're in a zone that they're not comfortable being in. They try to make it as simple as possible,
Yeah, like
and they want to try to remove all of the nuance. And like I said, just like there's so much nuance in any heterosexual relationship out there, there's the same type of nuance that happens in your relationships. I mean, there are levels. You know, some people, like you feel a certain way with there are other gay females who feel way on the edge
okay.
and a lot differently than you feel
Absolutely.
about stuff in terms of what it means to be a woman or am I a woman. So I think that's why we're trying to do this to try to let people know
open
that
people.
you can't just throw people's situation into this yes or no, this black, this white.
Yeah.
It's a lot that goes into this.
Cause I mean,
shit.
I'm learning a lot. Even with nonchalant said, I have been guilty of.
Oh, absolutely.
Why the fuck I'm turning on TV and all that shit some years back. I'm getting more open to it now because that's just how I was brought up in my era. I was brought up like that. Man was supposed to be have low haircuts, supposed to be boy. We weren't even supposed to wear no earrings when I was growing up and shit. I remember I first got my ears pierced. Mama woke me up and like, motherfucker, did I tell you don't get your ears? Then she like, you got both from pierced? You want to be a girl or something? That's what she told me. And my mama never was against gays, and it was just how she was taught. And when I came up, I was taught like that, so I didn't know. But over the years, like I have my own child now. And I always tell people she hooped for 3 years. I always say I'd be more surprised if she didn't mess with a girl than did. Because they brought up different from us. It's just like open. It's like you love who you love. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like. So I'm learning. I done learned that over the years. But when I came up, I was guilty of a lot of that shit. Like, why the fuck he over here with us, bro? Why you got this gay motherfucker over here with us and shit? Like, when you just say shit like that.
My son, I asked him. I was like, just ask him, like, so, like, what are your thoughts, or what goes on in high school? And he went to a private school, but it was co-ed, and I said, so, like, are there gay kids at school? He's like, yeah. I was like, so, like, what are people's thoughts? So he's like, don't nobody really give a shit. Ain't nobody. He's like,
it's a different era.
Really talking about that shit.
You know, comfortability. When you see it more, you become more comfortable with it, and that's just like with anything. That's when blacks couldn't date whites. That was an issue. You bet not date a white woman. Are you crazy?
Yeah. Oh yeah, back then,
you had
you
to
ain't lying.
see it on the screen or in the commercial.
Yeah.
And even some commercials was an issue. I remember a few years back, it was a Cheerios issue of a commercial.
Yeah. They having an issue right now with the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
They don't want her to be black.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's just like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we get comfortable with things because one thing that I think takes our world to the next level is the media.
Yep.
Everything is seen through the media. Before it was phones, we had TV in the news, or for black people it was BET, that was our news, or MTV Raps, or whatever.
And people are
black
persuaded
people got.
by
Like more than ever now.
that.
Very much so. So the only show we had at the time for lesbians that they thought were lesbians was the L Word. And that was an all-white cast. With
the L Word. What the fuck? I don't even remember that. You remember
that? Was what, 10, 12 years
I don't even remember that.
And they tried to bring it back out, something new.
It was one black person in it.
One black person. It was a half-sister of a white lady. But they were all rich. They were rich lesbians living in L.A.
Did you relate to that?
No.
Yeah, no.
That's a whole different world right there.
That's what I'm saying.
I was saying she was rich. You should have been there. Introduced us. Shit.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta have something that we can relate to, and people fear what they don't understand.
One person I had was Cleo from Set It Off. And she was like,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy because it's just like instead of trying to tackle the issue, people want to like hide their kids from reality. Like, my kid is around this or sees this, they're gonna be. That does not mean your kid is gonna be gay.
Nah, it's not.
It doesn't.
I didn't see it at all. I had no knowledge.
Well, my sister, she got five motherfucking brothers, and I ain't never knew nothing but some wee she fuck around with. So I ain't never seen her with no girl, none. That don't make her gay and shit. She do the same shit we did. You know what I'm saying?
And even if she maybe have dipped in a lady pond, so what?
But she ain't never been gay, you know what I'm saying?
And can I ask this? Why do straight niggas
supposedly straight
gay men do
I don't give a fuck.
Doors?
I definitely don't give a fuck.
I'm just saying, like, it's so weird to me. It's just
that
like
you so straight, but you weren't about
I
that.
feel like it's more women for y'all. Y'all get the more women now.
Hey, that key. That's how I always felt. I always felt like that shit.
Accessories. We call all my female friends I love dearly. Like, it's so crazy because me and Kiara went to high school together, and we didn't even talk in high school. Me and Kiara didn't get cool until like with the last few years, a year or so ago, because we share the same friends from high school, and Kiara always been chill, attractive, smoke her weed.
She like that now,
chill, her yak, cool, a player, big boss key. That's what we gonna call her,
big boss key.
Man, I be chilling.
But yeah,
it's giving boss bitch.
It's giving boss bitch. But yeah, my friend Shira, Jamo, all my ladies, Kena, Tiffany, all my ladies that be around me, they like my accessories because they go be shy, they go look good, they love me, they love whoever love me. And we gonna have a good time. That's all
that matters. As long, like you said, no, I always didn't understand that either. Like, I always felt, me personally, this ain't nobody telling me this. when motherfucker be like, man, what the fuck? This gay ass motherfucker want. I always feel like they be hiding shit. Cause I feel like when a gay guy come around, he'll point them out like, you know that nigga gay, right? So they be trying their best not to be around motherfucker. That's just my theory of how I always felt like, why are you so intimidated about this nigga coming around? So he gonna expose you or some shit. That's how I always felt.
Well, that leads me into this question. And somebody has told me this for a long time that a gay dude can spot another gay dude.
That's a fact. Sure. Yeah.
This is off camera.
It's on camera now.
It's on camera
Look at your camera.
I kind of briefly had a conversation with DJ 1011 about this before this segment. And I was just like, I have really good gaydar when it comes to black men.
Gaydar. You call it the gaydar?
It's called gaydar.
It's like radar, but a gaydar. Okay.
Gaydar. When it comes to other races, I really can't tell, like white men and Hispanics and stuff and Asians. I can't tell unless they're super flamboyant. But with black men, you could be the straightest. You could be sitting with a gun on your lap, smoking weed, with a cup in your hand, trying to be whatever you want to be. I could tell. One dead giveaway is eye contact. Ain't no straight man finna look at another straight man or another man in their eye for too long.
You gonna be looking like, bro, what's up? If you real shit.
You locking eyes with another nigga.
Oh, yeah.
That nigga gay.
Yeah.
Period.
And you know.
Down. Like, it's a dead giveaway. And so I think a lot of niggas be uncomfortable because they don't be want to get clocked, is what we call it on the gay scene.
Clock.
I mean,
the fuck is
Come
that?
on, lingo.
Clocks you like he
I
know
got
you
you.
gay.
I got you.
We got
Look
you.
at Key. Look at Key.
I got you.
So is it the same? Is it the same?
Is it the
on your
same?
side?
Right, in the lesbians?
That you can see when somebody got some interest.
Eye contact, I would say. A lot of times, this is really eye contact. Should no straight girl or no person be really making that much eye contact with you for too long anyway. Now, that's one thing to check my outfit out and check me out for the moment. That's fine. Oh, okay, it's cute, moving along. But when you're constantly just looking at me, wanting me to connect with you, okay, you're either curious or, you got it. At the end of the day.
You know a thing I always had, like, I never understood Key far as with gay women, like lesbian women and shit. And like what you might call butch or whoever, you know what I'm saying? I never understood. And you probably can't even answer this. I probably need another woman on here or something. Women be saying they like women and then they get a woman who like a man. I just never understood that shit. Like,
so
what the fuck is going on?
Now, here's the thing. Before I start, I guess, dressing like a guy, I dress like a female.
You don't dress like a guy now to me, though.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know,
Right.
but I wore dresses and heels,
okay.
and the weave and all of that. Prior before now, I have to figure who I wanted to be out.
Okay.
But it didn't change my persona. The same person you see now was the same person in a dress,
Right.
the same person in heels. The same person with a sew-in or whatever the case may be. The only reason why I got locks because the girl I was dating stopped dating me and couldn't do my hair anymore. So I had and that's the best thing. I mean, to be honest, that was the situation. But I was still me. Nothing about me changed. It was just what I wore, and I think for comfortability reasons and because I got tired of guys constantly approaching me. This made sense.
Oh yeah.
For me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It wasn't necessarily too baggy. It wasn't necessarily too tight. But it made sense. You get it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, because it is a lot of tomboy women out there who love to wear they got clothes and straight as a kite. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of dudes like them girls.
Right. That's why I can't get mad. Or offended. Oh, you see me? Okay, no, thank you, this and that. Oh, okay, my bad, and moving along. Right. You know what I mean? Versus, you sure you just ain't had the right? No, you just ain't had the right. Because if I bend you over, let's have a conversation.
Not the Janet Jackson.
The moment you gonna bend me over is the moment I'm gonna bend you over first.
Not the Janet Jackson.
I mean, I heard the G-spot is in y'all ass anyway. So technically, I'll be doing your favor.
Oh, shit.
That's what they said.
You better say that, Key.
They say the
Big
G-spot
Boss
is in a man's ass.
Hey, I don't know nothing about none of that shit. Shit. I don't know nothing about
I'll never know.
I never know either.
That's what they say.
I never
That's
know
what they
either.
say. Actually, got
So yeah, that's just something I'm like really still be confused on too, because I think a lot of women I think they be saying like, a woman know what a woman don't know what another woman wants sexually. Like that's why they probably be attracted. They still attracted to men physically, but then a woman really know what a woman likes. So I think that's my opinion. I don't know. That's my opinion as to why they get a woman that look like a man and shit.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I think that's preference.
Okay.
Honestly, only because, like I said, I don't necessarily look like a man, but I am dominant. You know. Now, for the ones who do date women that look like men, it's a whole nother different type of woman. You know, because in my mind, that woman is bisexual. Yeah. To me.
Okay.
I don't date bisexuals.
Okay.
Okay. So there's nothing wrong with them. Had A to B in this whole LGBT thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? However, it's just keeping, everything safe.
You don't want to blur the lines.
It's keeping everything safe for me. Yeah. And
sure.
and I feel like everybody has feelings at the end of the day.
Hey,
you know what I mean? So whether it was your homeboy she slept with or your homegirl that she was really close with, it's still gonna hurt at the end of the day. So I just feel like it's a preference thing for certain women. You feel what I'm saying? Because I have women who wouldn't date me because I wasn't masculine enough.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
So have you ever?
Do you date really feminine girls?
Yes.
They gotta be feminine.
Absolutely.
Basically, what she's saying, because I'm dominant. Both of us can't be motherfucking tough in this motherfucker.
So you wouldn't date a girl who was like like you?
Oh no, because we're going to bump heads. You know.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like
we're
too
bump
dominant.
Heads in a sense.
Too
of,
alpha.
I keep saying Big Boss Key. Y'all not listening to me.
And that can just be me. Now, I didn't.
You ain't speaking for everybody. Yeah,
Correct.
You can't speak for everybody.
So
Okay.
I didn't have my dad growing up, but I had my uncles. I didn't meet my dad until I was like 22 or something like that.
Okay.
So I have my uncle. So to me, I'm not certain. I'm a product of them. You know what I mean? So the dominance in me came from just being around my uncles, watching them do what they do, watching them, how they treated some women, how they treated other women. So for me, it was just like that's me. That's my life right now. And I just was like, okay, that works for me. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like sometimes when studs or real masculine presented women, I feel like sometimes they're hiding something about themselves. So why do you have to be so masculine? And I'm not taking away who you want to be and your happiness, but a lot of times is that really you? Yeah. You feel me? So when I'm me, I'm being me across the board. And I'm not trying to be anybody else because it's nobody else I can be. To me, in my head.
You only can be yourself. So you never ended up in a situation where you really liking the girl and she was fucking with a nigga too. You never been in that situation? You been fucking? That you know of openly?
Maybe in college or something.
Okay.
Yeah, back then. But
it ain't never been no super problem for you?
No.
Okay.
You was in a long relationship. So.
Right.
Yeah.
You was with the same girl for a long, long time.
Well, yeah, so that's, so in high school, not in high school, in college, I was with something for like 2 years. And then after that, for like 5 years, I was in something.
Damn, what happened with her?
And then,
y'all just grew apart?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can say that.
That happened. That happened. That's why I like people that have their dating phases.
I was, even though we was together for 5 years, in those 5 years, I was away at school.
Oh, okay.
So when I came back, it was just different.
Yeah.
And we were, and what my goals and focuses wasn't aligning with what her goals and focuses were. And they were nice goals. Don't get me wrong. She,
still ain't in line.
I think it just didn't align with what I wanted to do. So she had to move on. So did I.
So what about you, Nonchalant? What type of guys you like? Do you like feminine guys? Do you like masculine guys?
Top or bottom?
I want to. Hold on. Top or bottom?
Let's get right to it.
Verse?
I'll be hearing that. What Janet Jackson say?
Yeah.
So you doing the business? So now, what type of guys you like, Nonchalant?
Well, first of all, let me clarify. I'm verse, and for y'all that don't know what that means,
I don't know what the fuck that means. Versus. I'm gonna say what Swiss beats them in this motherfucker.
Verse means that I can top or bottom. I can do both. But for my personal preference, I can only.
What the fuck does top and bottom mean?
Top mean they the ones to stick the dick in the ass. Bottom mean you get the dick stuck in the ass.
Oh shit! Hey, it don't get more blunt than that. It don't get more blunt than that.
So I'm okay with both. But for me personally, if I'm bottoming, which is taking it, I have to have like serious feelings for the person. Because it's painful and it's like a whole, it's a process to get prepared for because you don't want to shit on it. Like, I mean.
Nonchalant is no, hey, no filter. Go ahead, Nonchalant.
And we on DJ 1011. What's going on?
Real talk for real folks.
What
What you say, G? Say it again.
Real talk for real folks.
Hey, man.
Hey, listen, but this is the real fact. It's like, if I go prepare myself and take pain, I got to like you. Now, if I bend you over, I could bend anybody over on no feelings, no filter. Okay, go about your day.
So you just getting it off, huh?
Yeah.
You just getting you one out.
Yeah, but the type of guys I like guys like me. There's like chill, regular. I like people that like to have fun, go out, kick it. Somebody that I can have a conversation with. Because you could lay down with anybody, but if they don't bring no substance to your life, it's kind of like, what's your point? Because you can show nut off with anybody. Yeah. You get
your nut off yourself.
Day, like clockwork.
I get my nut off by myself a lot of times.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I tell people a lot of times, I told my friend the other day, I said sometimes I bust the best nuts alone.
Real
by
shit
myself.
Though. Real fact.
But that's real. But it's just like, you know, for me, what will make me value and connect with you and get with you is the time I spend with you. And when you away, I miss you. And I'm like, oh, I want to be around you. That's how I know if I like you and if you bring some substance to my life. But outside of that, you know, I don't like flamboyant guys. That's just me. I could be
because you're not flamboyant though. So yeah, you're not.
I got flamboyant friends, and all that, but I could be friends with them all day. I don't judge. I had a transgender as a friend,
but like, you don't want that. Yeah.
But I can't date.
Cause I like who I like. Like
I
don't smoke weed and shit like that. So the girls who always smoke weed a lot of time had a hard time they want to smoke all the time. I don't want that shit in my clothes.
So if they smoke, you can't deal with them.
Especially cigarettes. That shit is over with. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit in my clothes.
Is cool.
I think I'm flying shit. You gotta be smelling.
You can't deal with weed either.
And then not super heavy now. Like cause then I gotta kiss you. I can smell that shit. I can taste that shit. I don't like it. Like if I don't do that shit, I don't really. You know what I'm saying? It's just a turn off for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. You the same way, Key?
Nah, Key smoke heavy.
No, I'm just saying. She know what I'm saying.
I can understand.
Like if a guy never smoked, he'd be like, "Why the fuck you always smoking?" Like it's like a division. If you smoking all the time, or if you drinking all the time, you be like, "She's always criticizing me for drinking, or always criticizing me for smoking." Then it causes arguments and shit like that. So you like to get people who like compatible. That's why you get people who compatible with you. If you smoke here and there,
it's no different than any other relationship.
That's the point.
I think the real
that's the point.
with the gay,
everybody don't understand that. You know, just because we like the same sex,
it doesn't take
away the relationship.
Oh no, I know that.
We deal with the same things.
Or you know, anything you have with anyone, it's the same thing. Whether I got a male best friend or a female best friend, depending on, I might get into it with both of them. It's a relationship.
Because I thought what he said was key about talking about bringing substance, and we've had this discussion that's something that people, a lot of people don't figure out until they are a lot older. Mm-hmm. You know that all that physical shit is. I mean, it's fun and it's enjoyable and all of that. But at the end of the day,
how far that's gonna go?
Because you could do that all day.
That shit runs out.
You can do it all day. Somebody different. You could have your doors going like this, but at the end of the day, when you lay your head down and you cut your lights off and you on your 4 hours.
Once you fuck somebody 4 or 5 times, you be like, what else they got to offer after that? You know what I'm saying? At first you be thirsty,
and it's that shit that they have after that.
Yeah, that makes you really. That makes you somebody with sense. Somebody with sense, an ignorant motherfucker, let a motherfucker just get away with pussy and dick for the rest of their life. You a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? Especially with all the toys and all that shit they sell now. If that's all you need, but at the end of the day, once you hit physical attraction is first attraction. Yeah. But after you do something with somebody, like I said, 5, 6 times, you be like, okay, what else you got to offer outside that? As far as us moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
Because like I tell him all the time, like me and my girl, we've been together 20 years, a little over 20 years. And still, we can get in the car and ride all fucking day long.
Just talking.
shit.
Ain't got nothing to do with sex. Ain't got nothing to do with none of that. Yeah.
You know, and
that's connection.
And be cool.
That's connection.
You know, and not be arguing and fussing and cussing and
fact.
You know, I've dated people in the past where you can pretty much guarantee if you're around that motherfucker for an hour or two, it's gonna be an argument about something.
Oh yeah, I done met girls. I'll be like, man, she got some good pussy, but I don't want to fuck with her. I wish she shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just know that's what it's for. You know what I'm saying?
Every word out there.
Yeah, like, oh man, I wish she'd shut the fuck up. So I knew what category, like he said, to put her in. Like, you over here, motherfucker. You can't be my girl. And shit.
Right, but you cool.
You fun girl.
Yeah, we can have fun with you.
Yeah, we can have fun.
We call her young yappers.
Yeah, young yappers.
That's
teaching me all the lingo today, goddamn it.
That's another term. A young yapper is like a little young whippersnapper. Like,
okay, whippersnapper, like
a young nigga that you can have fun with, have sex with, but you can't take them serious.
Yeah, you know, ain't say, you know, he fucking with a bunch of motherfuckers. You know, he ain't on shit, he ain't trying to work like that.
Can't provide,
so it's fun.
Can't give you half on the rent, you know. Ooh. So it's just like that's where we at with it now. We 32. We 8 years away from 40. Like we gotta,
and nonchalant. That's the type of shit you gotta look at, though.
Yeah,
you gotta look at shit like that.
And that's why I tell my family all the time, cause like, shout out to my family first of all, my mom and my stepdaddy, because you know they always looking for who your trade this quarter.
Who trade this quarter?
Where your trade at? And you know, I be.
Hey, we got mama in here. Look, mama back there laughing.
What's up, ma?
Nonchalant ain't scared to talk in front of his mama either. He said, "That's who taking the dick, motherfucker."
Listen,
I'm impressed.
Hey, she knew that before we got here.
I know you talk to her about everything. So,
but it's just like, you know, when they ask me those questions, it's like I'm very like guarded with my family. I'm not gonna bring nobody around that ain't finna be around.
And I'm the same way.
You not finna meet my family if I don't feel something substantial.
Yeah, if you be playing games and I don't feel nothing, like I'm not finna bring you around my people for what? For you to be gone. Then they gonna be like, well, such and such. I don't want to hear that stupid ass shit. Yeah, so. Unless I know we finna be fucking around like that, or you gonna be around, I'm not finna be doing that shit.
Tell them about gay years, Key, because gay years and straight years are different. When gay people be together for a year, that's like 10 years for gays.
That different, Key? What's the difference, Key?
Tell it.
It's like 5.
Yeah.
So 1 year is bad like dog years.
Man,
yeah.
It's almost like because
all the shit you deal with.
What's crazy is people think, you know, homosexual and heterosexual relationships are different, and a lot of times those relationships are worse. You know, it come with a lot more. It come with a lot more emotion. It come with a lot more understanding. You know what I mean? You can get played. You'll get played worse by.
Oh, trust me. Hey, you big boss Key. It's Kevin Boss, bitch. Hey, big boss Key. We already know. Shit.
You get played by somebody, you know, that's homosexual. You know what I'm saying? Better than, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's heterosexual. Just, you know, not comparing the who getting played worse, but just the understanding how to play your cards, how to play the game. I say this all the time. Nothing against heterosexual men, but men are dumb.
Damn.
You act like you saying something.
Hold on. I want to have a thing. Why you say they dumb, Key? Why man dumb? You know your uncle's gonna hear this shit too. You learn to lie from them. They gonna say, what the fuck? We taught you everything. You know you gonna tell me we dumb.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
The opposite. That's why I ain't got it. That's why mine lasted a little long, you know. But a lot of times it's how y'all move. You know, you don't get your lie right. You don't know how to. Guys are lazy.
Yeah.
Period. At the end of the day, men are lazy. So a lot of times they're not going to take the extra step to back certain things up. They're not going to go the extra mile. They good with just being, that's
deflecting.
Enough. That's not enough. You might need to go erase, or, you know, I'm not, you know, teaching them about how to do nothing.
Nah,
but I'm just saying.
I feel you. Yeah, statistically, when it comes to fucking around, men are dumber than women. Statistically,
you know,
overall, not every one of them, but overall, yes.
You know,
the numbers.
You got some guys, you know, they got a girl that might be just a little off, but a lot of times guys don't know how to necessarily, you know, back their stuff up and make sure they straight. And I'm not saying that in homosexual relationships it's better or different. It's just a little bit more sneakier. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you, it's my best friend. Yeah, she's a girl. Why would you think anything of it? That's just like you. That's my homie. What are you
That's
talking
why,
about?
like,
And
Right.
y'all
like a
fucking in
big
the
thing.
bed, you know what I'm saying?
like this why I'm finna
Exactly.
speak for. This why I'm trying to speak for me and shit. Cause a lot of time, a big thing in the black community, yeah, probably in the white Caucasian community, but in the black community, I know for sure, it's like, oh my girl give me threesomes and all of that shit. I don't want my girl to be fucking with no girls. Me, period. Cause just like what you said, now I gotta worry about the niggas and the bitches. I gotta worry about, is this really your best friend you going to get shoes with, or y'all eating each other coochie and shit? So that's just a problem I don't want to deal with.
So you don't want a threesome at all?
Go ahead and do it,
Nah,
but don't do it.
not with my girl if I had one.
Fuck around.
Hell
I
no.
just don't.
Not with my girl if I had one, nonchalant. If I had a threesome, it ain't gonna be with my girl. Hell no, fuck that. If you like girls
I
too,
agree.
What about you?
need to get the
G?
fuck
now,
on.
now she out here sneaking around and telling these bullshit ass stories and whatnot, and it to me it just feels shady as hell. You know, if all of a sudden, if my girl just all of a sudden just up and say, yeah, I want to bring another woman, I'd be like, really, like. Why now? You know, we've been married and everything been cool. Or is everything really been
But
cool?
it go back to what Kei said. Niggas dumb.
Dumb, yeah, we
Cause
dumb.
they always be like, my girl give me threesomes and shit with her homie and shit all the time. Guess what?
They already
But
fucking.
you the third.
But no,
You're the third wheel.
no, this the trick to it, Kei. Nonchalant. Just like she giving you threesomes, she got a guy. And your girl probably over there fucking giving threesomes too. They don't look at shit like that. She gonna be like, I did it with you and your man. Do it with me and my man. He don't look at it like that. They just look at it like, oh, she give me threesomes with her friend. Her friend got a nigga too.
But why-
Now your girl over there getting fucked too. You know what I'm saying? So
Why
they don't
open
look at shit like
Pandora's
that.
Box? Like for me, like if I was to have a threesome with my guy, we'd have to be out of town. That's my preference.
Out of town, you don't know nobody.
It couldn't
So
be
you
somebody
ain't got
else.
no more trace back with this person because you live in the same city. Y'all could be linking up without me.
So you see what I'm saying?
I don't
I don't
want
want
the memory.
So you see what I'm saying? I don't want to do that on my girl. Hell no. I got to worry about, is this really your friend who you keep going out with every day, or y'all up there eating each other coochie and
It's tricky
sizzling
with
and shit?
females in general. No
You know what I'm
shade
saying?
because
It is, because it's so open with
You know,
females.
like that's why I respect Kei because like when we talked and he was like I want a real lesbian girl, like a girl that like women.
Yeah, they're like women, for real. That's what I
I
wanted.
thought of Kei immediately.
That's what I
because
wanted on
know
the show,
Kei-
not what I wanted. You get it?
No, on the show.
On the show. You know, people like,
y'all.
oh, that's what he wanted.
Nah. They heard Big Boss Kei ain't going. So we got that understood, but it's just like, because it's so common now for females to be like, yeah, I ain't my friend Coochie.
It is, I'm telling you.
We got drunk, but be
That's
doing
why-
something else.
That's
the
why I'm
next day.
telling you, with my own child, I'm like, I'll be more surprised if she didn't than did. She 19, I know that she right in the middle of that shit. And then she hooped for 3 years. Most of them girls, 90% of them girls on that was straight gay, you know what I'm saying? So, and I don't care. She asked me one day, I said, you like guys or girls? And she like, I like guys. That's what you want me to like. I'm like, it ain't what I
I
want
was gonna
to
ask
like.
you if she did like
know what I'm
girls,
saying?
how would you
That
feel?
don't bother me at all. I don't give a
Better
fuck.
be happy. You can't,
give a
shit,
fuck
you
about
can't get
that shit.
pregnant. Shit.
Long as she.
That's the question too, Kei. Do you want kids?
Absolutely not.
That's another question. Yeah, I did have that question. I'm glad you brought that up, nonchalant.
They bad and they talk too much.
So you don't want kids?
Why you think I only got one Key? Them motherfuckers.
And
I
they
want
cost a lot
Hey,
of money.
Expensive.
and I want hey Key, I want to fuck her right now.
Just and the thing is, you,
Nonchalant,
doing,
what the
you
fuck?
doing your best, and they still giving you attitude. Like, why is you giving me attitude? I'm giving you everything you need in this moment.
So this
No, thank
this
you.
another question.
I'll be in
This
jail.
another question I have for y'all. Do y'all feel like kids who grow up in a 2-parent household have better understanding about life and better opportunities than the kid who grew up in a 1-parent household or the same sex? That's what I'm getting at. So do you think a same sex, because they're adopting kids a lot, they having kids. Do you think they could provide with the opposite sex 2-parent household? Do you think they could provide the same life structure? Because people be like, you need a daddy, you need a mother.
Sometimes the same sex household can be better than the straight. Not overall. Let me say that clearly.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
mean it. when-
I was gonna
don't-
say, how can it be better? I want to
don't-
know.
It's a possibility because just like we could talk about a man and a woman raising a kid and a man and a man raising a kid, they could raise the kid to their best of their ability, but what's your best is not my best or his best or Key best or whoever best. it depends on your parenting, because parenting is like very tricky, because it's just like you could think you're doing a good job.
Oh, ain't no rule book.
Yeah,
it ain't no rule book.
You could think you're doing a good job, but you could be doing a shit.
Yeah,
show,
yeah.
You know, and then bounce back to like, you know, people that feel like their parents was great, but they don't know how to read.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
but they provide you all the love and the common sense,
Right.
and all the shit. Yeah, because knowing how to read, like me and him always say, book smart. That ain't every motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? So, do you want kids, nonchalant?
I want one.
You want one?
My deadline is 37.
Do you want to adopt one, or you want to have a surrogate mother or whatever?
I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah.
I want to decipher that with whatever guy that I'm with. If I ain't with no guy, I'm by 35, 36, and we deciphering that, and we going about that at 37, then I'm going to just take the L and raise my little brother.
Somebody take the L and raise my little brother. Bruh.
I got a 5-year-old little brother, so
Yeah.
hey, I kind of got a son already, but I want my own seed. And I know my mama really want a child from me, because I know she goes.
Do you, mom? She said, yeah.
So I want that for myself. So I just honestly, I don't know right now. I don't know how or when. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen in the next
When it's
year.
meant, when it's meant to happen.
I think dating someone with a child makes it a bit different. So for me, I dated someone for 5 years with a child, and it's also different when their father's in their life and when their father's not in their life. So that's a difference too.
So did you run into problems with dating somebody with a...
absolutely.
Hell yeah, you ain't gonna run into problems.
Father was still...
Hell yeah, you gonna run into problems.
So you're
Fuck
ready,
you doing over here
with
with
the
this?
baby daddy issues?
Absolutely.
Hey, what the fuck you doing over here with this motherfucker? Fuck you doing? Yeah, you gonna run into problems.
They was in their feelings.
But what I will say is, just from research as well, kids that grow up in a same-sex household they understand to be a little bit more free, and they're open to be themselves.
I could believe that.
They don't have to hide nothing from you.
Now,
You don't. It's a little less sneaking out.
I'm finna tell you something.
Now, teens gonna be teens.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
I got one.
You ate that up, Key.
But at the same time,
No, I think she hit spot on.
When you're with people like him and myself, we're already teaching you to be resilient. We're already teaching you to be nonchalant. We're already teaching you to be open.
Shameless plug.
Versus, you gotta be like this, and most guys act like this, and a girl sits like this, and at the end of the day, we're teaching you to be you.
And I
Going in the door.
and
So
me.
that boosts that child's confidence. It makes them more, open to or comfortable to be who they want to be. So when you want them to come to you and not be hurt and get out your house, you can have that relationship. Because there's nothing more than having a child that, that's my child, you love them, but they can't stand to be around you.
And this something I've been talking about, Key. It's something I've been talking about, and it did. Hey, don't hold it against me. I might want you on the show one day, so don't hold this against me. But that's what I always felt. Exactly what you said is how I feel. Like he just ain't came out, like he's not openly. But I feel like Dwayne Wade feel like that. I feel like Dwayne Wade has a lot of feminine gay way. That's why he's very open to his son. Like I don't want him hiding like me. I always felt like that. I felt like. Because most heterosexual men, they ain't finna let their son be coming out openly gay at 11.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal. I say Shaquille O'Neal.
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson. He wasn't that young. He wasn't that young though.
But
this nigga was like an elementary.
But why
He was
not
a
though?
teenager, I think.
Why does it have to be him possibly being gay to accept?
Because first of
his
all,
son?
before his son even came around, I thought Dwayne Wade was gay. So even when he started letting his son be like that, I was like, I really feel like
and the thing
he's
about
like
the
more
NBA,
open. Like
that's tough.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact it's way more gay men in the NBA than they
everywhere. NFL everywhere. They everywhere.
You can't clock them.
Yeah, they everywhere.
In there.
Clock.
But I know for a
Yeah, they
fact
everywhere.
You can say the same thing about the NFL.
Oh yeah.
But nonchalant, I always felt
Because
like
in college it was crazy.
I felt before his son came out with that, I always felt Dwayne Wade act gay. A lot of shit he do and a lot of shit, like I always questioned it. So when he was able to let his son, just still, I ain't gonna let my straight daughter at 11 and not go to no gay parade. Why would I let it's the same shit though. It ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
It taps back into your own personal parenting. You know what I'm saying? People are committing suicide because they can't be themselves. People thinking that they don't need to be here because they can't be themselves. Imagine that. Imagine you sitting in your room one night, I'm finna hang myself because I feel like I don't belong. I don't see nobody around me that's like me.
Nah, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? My parents don't accept me. This is what I'm saying when we talk about gay culture and me knowing that's how gay families started. We got gay families in a gay scene where they got a gay mother and a gay father. You look at the gay mother and gay father, it's two black men. But they call the mother because he's more feminine. They got the masculine as the father. They got a house and they welcoming these kids in because they ain't got nowhere to go because they family don't want.
I hear what you're saying, but you know, I got to keep it real on here. When you 10, 11, you're going to do what the fuck I tell you to do. You don't have choices at 10.
That's true.
That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. At them ages, if you want to dress like a girl, you get your job, and then you dress like a girl. I'm not buying you no girl clothes at 10, 11. It's just me.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't agree with
but
that
you know, at the end of
either.
the day, they're going to sneak and do it.
I don't give a fuck. You're going to sneak and do it. My mama knew we were sneaking and fucking. She didn't say, go in there and fuck.
Absolutely.
You going to sneak and do it. Shit, at a certain age.
But the battle comes in to like, do you want your kids to kill themselves?
Nah,
Or
but
do you want to
I ain't finna let you do
ain't
it.
gotta buy nothing.
But
So-
he made a valid point.
so that's what I'm saying.
If you couldn't suck in your mama crib,
Yeah, you
at a
just
certain
can't.
age,
I'm not
Hey,
saying
there's
that. I
certain
don't want
things you
them
just
to
can't do.
Because guess what? Even when I was openly gay, I didn't bring nobody around my mama.
I
didn't bring
get it, but
nobody
yo-
to my mama crib.
Nah, I
what
get
I
that.
do, I was running out in the streets doing what I was doing, and they was like, "Well, why you not at home? Why you going out?" Because I don't want to bring that on y'all. I don't want y'all around that.
But you know, I'm very open. I'm very like, I don't try to be double standard because there's a lot of double standards in this world. Like Lil Boosie, he was saying he got his son dick sucked when he was like 12 or something.
So
and
that's okay.
And motherfucker was like, it wasn't okay to me.
That's weird and
It was okay to him and it was okay to a lot of niggas, but you want to let your daughter get that pussy ate at 12.
That's what I thought.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Work always to me and
What
shit.
did y'all do with
You know
his
what I'm
daughter?
saying?
He got his daughter coochie checked or something?
Yeah, to my hymen was broken. He made a big deal out of that.
Do
so.
you do that with your sons?
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of double standard. But I'm like across the board at a certain age. I just feel like, cause even if you 9 and you feel like you gay and I let you go all the way and do all of this shit, you might get older and be like, damn, why the fuck you let me do that shit, nigga? I was young. You let me do that stupid ass shit.
No, not necessarily.
You know what I'm saying?
It
You
could-
might. I
could
say
be-
you might.
It could be a possibility. He'd be like, you know what? Thank you.
He could.
Thank you, Dad.
But I ain't gonna
because
do it.
You know what?
I ain't gonna do it that
I
young.
wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but because you loved me and gave me the ability to choose,
Nah, I ain't gonna do
it's
it
like
that
a
young.
sport. It's like a sport.
Well,
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't
You
gonna
choose.
do it that
You want to
young.
play basketball? You want to play football? You want to play baseball? You want to run track? What you want to do?
I think
So,
you need
but
to
what
let
about
kids
what
be
about
kids.
in the case
I
of a
think
kid
kids need to be able
who's
to be
identifying
kids.
as transgender? I mean, because you've had instances where kids have been given the leeway to move into another gender,
I don't
and
agree.
then
At a
come
certain
back.
age.
And-
I don't agree. I don't agree.
See, and I don't think so either. I
At a
think
certain age, I just feel like,
And that's
like
what
I said,
Zyla doing.
I didn't even understand, and it all depends on parenting. Again, my
Yeah.
household was
It
different.
do depend on the parent.
So
But I'm saying for
when
me,
kids was talking about sex and this and that and this and that, I didn't even know what the hell they were talking about.
to me,
Right.
to me, like a kid who's
To
They
even
was
try to
advanced
get-
like a
to try
motherfucker.
to understand who I was wasn't even a conversation
Right.
for me because I didn't know. You know what I mean? I knew that, okay, I'm supposed to like boys, but she fine as hell.
yeah.
Fuck.
But
Like, you know what I'm saying?
but you didn't
Who is that?
but you didn't feel bad that there were certain societal norms that you had to conform with.
It made me upset. Like,
And did that bother you in terms of
yes.
dressing, in terms
Yes.
of how to act?
Because before, like my mom never had an issue with me dressing like a boy or going to the boys section. The only person that made me understand that it was an issue was actually my grandmother, and she and
You know them older people, they don't give a fuck.
But was
My granny
weird is
love me.
she was the most,
Oh yeah.
but she the one who told me I already knew.
Yeah.
But at the same
Yeah, we
time,
didn't know.
she the one who told me, you know, you just like a little butch dyke. I'm like, what is that? What are you talking
Right,
about?
you didn't know what the fuck, like, Granny, what did you talking about?
didn't-
The butcher shop? What the fuck you talking about?
This is just what I feel comfortable in, and my mama didn't mind buying it, you know? Nobody ever told me that this was wrong or.
What you got back there, Mama? You got something to say?
Yeah, I want to.
Go ahead, Mama. They can hear you. What you got to say?
I want to go back to Dwayne Wade. You know,
Okay.
what everybody say about what he doing. We only see them for a little bit of time, but they show us.
That's true.
On the internet, we don't know what he was going through at home every day. His daughter could have been coming home crying.
That's true.
Want to cut herself. You know.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going on behind that closed door. So I commend Dwayne Wade because he's showing.
Oh, no.
I do too.
He loved his daughter.
This one
I ain't saying I don't commend them, but
Go out, Buggy.
But no, I'm just saying, I know a lot of people judge him for that. And I commend him for that because
I just think he gay and he just want to be like
you
me
don't
personally.
know. He could be.
He could be.
Me
I
personally.
don't
Gabrielle
he
Young
come
said she
out.
play with
Well, I
booty
mean,
and all that.
I think you're.
But I got a lot of
absolutely right.
homegirls that say they play and eat they nigga ass.
Nah.
I got the gooch.
He gay.
By the
He
gooch.
gay. And he left up and play. From my era, from where I feel, you better not even
Goose is
grab.
like the sex.
Hey, you better not even grab my ass. You
Your
gonna.
balls and your
Yes.
asshole.
Hey,
That's what they do.
you better not even grab my ass. You gonna get one of these motherfucking right crosses
And
across
they
your
say
motherfucking.
that's y'all G spot. Y'all need to let it happen.
Let
But
the-
the thing is,
Hey, let these.
the thing is, that's why it's funny to talk about sex in the black culture and talk about sex in the white culture.
The
Now,
black
we
culture is
just
very
changed- we just changed
repressed.
the whole dynamic from
Yep.
Oh, no.
fuck homosexual
It is,
and
yeah.
forget heterosexual. Let's go black and white. And at the end of the day, if black men were taught to be sexually fluid, a lot of things wouldn't even be a problem.
What do you call sexually fluid though? What do
Sexually fluid.
Okay, let me know what the fuck you
Understanding-
talking about.
Understanding that, okay, I can bring toys in the situation with us.
Oh, I never had no problem
can, you know,
with the
I
toys
can,
and shit with the girls.
You know, understanding that, hey, you do have a G spot in your ass.
Nah,
that doesn't
nah.
make you gay for experiencing that. Or getting your ass licked.
Nah, I ain't gonna
it
get-
doesn't
nah.
make you gay for experiencing
Hey, Big
that.
Boss Key.
It makes you sexually fluid. No, bro. It makes you, because think about it. Think about swingers. Or think about people that actually
I don't like swinging.
We don't know, because the thing is,
That type of shit I don't like.
We don't know what nobody do in their bedroom.
No, you don't. Nobody
You
know
not
where the
even
nose
there.
go when the
You
door's
don't
closed.
know nothing. People can be in there doing all type of stuff.
They
and
do
just
be in there doing all type of
Yeah.
shit.
They just
I mean,
telling you, yeah, bro, I beat the pussy up, huh? Yeah, that's all I did, shit.
I talked about that on the last episode. I talked about that on the last episode.
And I pretty much have always been like this my whole life. There's not much I won't try at least once or twice.
Wait a minute.
But the only
What the fuck you talking about, G Dillon?
only rule is ain't no other dicks involved. My dick got to be the
Hold on.
only dick in the
I
room.
think that if you're dating a woman or you're with your woman and she wants to do that and you want to sexually please her, you have to.
I'm all in.
Hold on.
Because she's
So
gonna
you
find a
let
nigga
her.
that
So you
will.
let her get the
Oh,
gooch
yeah.
and shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh nah. Ain't fucking with that. Ain't fucking with that.
Hey,
Hey, you better not even grab
If
man.
she wants to do that,
Nah,
I'm
I-
not saying
nah.
that you talking about
It just
come
me.
girl, come do it. But if she's
Nah,
saying, hey,
I don't
look,
give a fuck that she
let's
didn't
try
want
this.
to do it. Shit, no. No.
I don't
But
know.
that's-
The
but
toys and
that's-
shit.
But that's conditioned
You ever had a toy with
behavior.
that? I'm cool.
That's conditioned behavior. That's something
It's
that,
to each his
that
own.
you've already
It's to each his
been
own.
taught in
It's
your
to each his
mind
preference.
to know that.
To each his
It
preference,
just
nah.
boils down to a thing. So like, when it comes down to people's preferences and what they like, why is it always being labeled? If a nigga want his ass ate and you don't, y'all just like different things. But on social media, and it just give off a vibe of like, oh, that nigga gay, or that nigga instantly like this. You know what I'm saying?
I'ma always feel like that though. Me personally, I already know because I'm up in age.
That's what y'all do on social.
I felt like that even when like Tank was like, a nigga can get his dick sucked once and he might want to try it again. I'll be like, you got your dick sucked by a guy twice, you gay nigga.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's nothing he could have
So I
told me.
agree. Okay, so
I
since
agree.
I'm glad you brought that up. Everybody know the show Insecure, right? With Issa
Yeah,
Rae.
yeah.
The very first season, Issa Rae's best friend, Molly, she was dating this guy that she liked a lot. Went on plenty of dates with the nigga.
Yeah, I know.
Sat down. He ended up telling her about his past experience he had with a guy. They was talking about telling secrets. So he was telling secrets. She's like, I know you got something deeper than that. So he's like, well, I got drunk in New York. One of my
It's always I got drunk.
frat brothers, and he gave me head, and I never acted on it again. Like I never messed with a man again. Like I know I like women. She stopped talking to him. does that automatically make him gay because he experienced getting head from another man?
I feel like it do. That's just my opinion.
Because there's just nothing. I mean, there's just nothing that has ever like attracted me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But if you know a woman ate somebody else out,
when the
y'all would
mouth
be
is
okay
on y'all
with that,
penis, y'all getting hard regardless.
I always says
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a girl or female. I mean, a male or a female.
What you talking about?
I don't know about
From
that.
my understanding,
What?
because guys get so around so quickly,
Yes.
you can just
Nah,
go boop.
nah, guy. The fuck you talking about, Keith?
I look down here and I see the top of a nigga's head, Doc.
You still gonna get hard.
No, the fuck it ain't. I done had plenty of girls. Girls I don't get hard for, and I love women. So it definitely ain't get hard for no motherfucking nigga. He's sitting up here with a motherfucking sword like me. Hell no.
But you don't see the sword, bro. You just see
I know he got it. Shit. I know he capped that motherfucker. Shit.
We gonna put a stamp.
you know
We gonna put a stamp and say it's a double standard across the board.
I know it's double standards. It's double standards. So, but now,
But be open and educated about it though. That's all.
know.
But I will say, to be
educated.
honest, in college I had a guy give me head, and I was not aroused.
Okay then, what the fuck you talking
So
about?
I
then?
will give them that.
Yeah, she gonna
will
just
give
say
them
that.
We already established that it's all the same tissue. Right? We already
So
established that.
I definitely understand that point. It was just like a more so. Can you stop?
Now this
not it.
yeah, this
I'm
is
not
this,
you know, it
this
wasn't
is good. This is
attraction.
good educational.
It was
This
just
is
more
very
so, it's
this is
not
very
it.
I
educational.
mean, what even led you down that road? Did you kind of dig him a little bit or just
Conversation.
Yeah, he wasn't finna penetrate, so she
I
like
was
fuck
like,
it.
He was just cool
okay,
and shit.
had a little liquor. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, we in college. Okay, let's
Yeah.
see.
He wasn't finna
And then it
penetrate.
was
You like,
just
come on.
I actually threw up.
Oh, my
If I
God.
could be honest.
Wow.
To be honest, I
I'm
threw
sure
up.
that was a real
Hey.
spark for his confidence.
And he gonna see this kid and be like, fuck that bitch.
He's still mad at your ass.
He gonna be like, fuck
He's like,
that bitch.
damn, she okay, it's fine. She ain't like it, but damn, that motherfucker threw up and shit. What
Hey,
the fuck?
hey, nonchalant. I got a question for nonchalant. Hey, I know you a rap artist. You've been rapping for a while now. Shit, do you feel like that holds you back and people that hold you back from a lot of things? Because I mean, it's getting more open now than ever before. But do you feel like that still holds you back, being as open as you are, and trying to be an artist?
Nah, I don't feel like my sexuality held me back. I feel like I held myself back.
You do that too, nigga. I know that.
I'm not as consistent as I should be, and that has a lot to do with my day-to-day life and
No excuses.
just work.
Got to dedicate
No
to the
excuses.
grind, baby.
No
I mean,
excuses.
but
Dedicate to the
hold on.
grind.
Let me let y'all know something. This ain't cheap. That rap.
We know.
Rap.
Nigga, look where you at right now. You think this shit cheap?
Hold on.
Shit.
I gotta let y'all know though. I got bills that
We
happen
know.
every day.
We know.
Well,
Nigga, I got a son in college.
But at some point, you gotta.
yeah, but
you gotta sacrifice.
let me say this to
Hold on. No, let me cut you off, motherfucker. Every other motherfucker week here in New York and shit. Houston. All of this shit. And he got look out. He laughing at shit. Put the
I
camera.
was out of town twice this year.
Get the fuck
Twice
out of
this
here.
year. But listen though,
You make room for what you want to do.
Motherfucker, you know what last time I
y'all
went on
didn't even let me
vacation?
finish what I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say.
No, let him finish.
Hold on.
Let him finish.
Don't talk about what y'all see, nigga, because I write.
I gotta
every
talk
day.
about what the fuck
I write every day.
I don't give a
Just 'cause
fuck
you
about-
don't see me in the studio and you ain't seen the EP. I got lyrics for days in my phone.
What they gonna do though if you just got it in your phone?
Because guess what? Ain't no time limit on when I could pop.
It ain't.
Ain't no time limit on that. I'm gonna do it on my time and when I'm able to do it. So guess what? You got Lizzo that put out an album that went a song on her album went #1 that she recorded 5 years prior to the album came out. You can't put no time limit on
No,
your,
ain't no time limit on that shit.
that's,
Ain't no time limit.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think you need to get to work more. You even
Yeah,
said
I
it though.
that.
Part
I
of
just
my
said
fault.
that.
Okay.
I'm in my own way. I ain't blame nobody else.
Okay.
I said I'm in
But
my
you don't think?
Man,
But you don't
The
think
gay
that hurt
ain't
you?
got nothing to do with it because you got Lil Nas, you got Santana, you got a lot of gay
Oh yeah,
rappers who
Santana.
talk
He
right
really been
It's a-
popular.
now. I don't
The
think
gay
they can
community
rap
support
like me
LGBT.
though, but hey,
You gonna spit for us before we get off here?
for sure.
Okay then, go ahead. What you got to say, Keith?
No, I'm just saying the gay community is one big community, and when it comes to support, they support. You know, they gonna
Oh, we
rock
know
with
that.
you, they'll shut you down.
We know that. We know that.
You'll be a part of the cancel culture. You fuck with
You
the
go
gay
against the
community,
gays.
okay?
So
Some people barely holding their careers together because they went against the gays. You know.
I got one final question I need to know. In your day-to-day lives as openly gay people, do you still have to deal with a lot of bullshit? You know, just barriers or people talking shit or just shit. Do you still shit that's purely just like shit that you have to deal with shit purely because you're black? Is there shit that you have to deal with purely because you're gay?
I'll answer. You can go. It don't matter.
I think like just me being a black man and being a black gay man is tough in itself. Because I don't even have the relationship with certain people in my life that I want, or I wish I had, and I've accepted that I moved on.
Still because of that, even though you've been openly gay, like you my family, you like my family, you is my family, but still right now today, after all this time,
yeah, like for instance, like with my dad, like man, my daddy ain't closest.
You still feel like because of that?
No, I don't feel that's a fact.
Man, that's crazy. I ain't know that.
He talked to my cousins. And, you know, because he could relate to them. They got wives. They got baby mamas. I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no wife.
I can, okay. I ain't mean to cut you off. I can kind of, I'm talking about like far as the genuine love. Do you feel like it's not all that?
I get a lot of love from my friends.
I can get the communication part because if you ain't watching football every fucking Sunday and they watching football. But still, if they watching football every Sunday and it's what I watch, naturally, I'm going to gravitate to G like, you know, Giles or Nonchalant and be listening to that shit. I'm finna watch the game and shit. So
I watched the game.
I can see she watched the game and I might gravitate to Key more than Nonchalant and shit. That don't mean like genuine. Do you feel like he don't?
No, when I say I genuinely, why wouldn't you tell your one son at the time that you moving to Nashville? But
no, that's stupid. That's stupid, right there.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking
about. And I know your pops, and he probably, but that's stupid.
Yeah,
that's bogus.
So I'm saying like, you do go through like day-to-day things, like being in a McDonald's drive-through when they had the little strawberry lemonade slushies. We telling the girl she put too much syrup in the drink and asking her to remake it, and she says, "I ain't making shit for these faggots."
I don't. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like it's just like little things like that, which don't overpower with the amount of love. That's why I said like I get a lot of love from my friends, my family.
Love conquer all.
Like first of all, when my mama told me she accepted me and loved me, I ain't care what.
That's how. Hey, that's how I am.
If I call my mom right now and say I shot and killed somebody, and she say you ain't wrong.
Nah, that's me. Long my mama, nigga, you can't tell me shit. My mama say that's cool.
I ain't
with you, my grandma. Yeah.
How you feel, Key? What you be dealing? You be dealing with a lot of that shit, or you feel like some big party ain't genuinely just loved you because of this still right now today?
Because I am not as masculine presented as most women can be.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily get that much backlash.
Okay.
Because they don't know what I am. They don't know, you know, is she straight? Is she gay? Is she, you know, I'm not walking around, you know, heavily walking with a lip in my lip, you know. I'm literally just me. You know, and I'm literally doing what's comfortable for me.
I like that about you.
So, and because I have my own company, so the only thing that comes with that is because it's in construction.
Hold on, what company you have? You got to shout the company out. What the fuck? This is what we got this for. What kind of company you got?
I rehab and flip houses.
What?
Shine and
This
Keys.
mother got money right here. What's the name of your company?
It's called Shine and Keys Enterprises.
Shine and Keys Enterprises. Okay, that's what's up. I like that.
So, you know, I'm on my third project right now. It's a unit over east, a 3-unit building. And I would say, just as a female, I don't think it has nothing to do with me being gay or straight. Guys will just try to, you know, overbid. Yeah. You know, and take advantage of what they think you don't know.
Yeah.
So
that's
for
natural.
me,
Yeah, that's just natural. That ain't man or woman. That's natural.
Right. So I would say, you know, because they don't. Again, I'm not overly masculine presented as some women are. You know, but I do what's comfortable for me and what makes me feel like this is what gonna get. Because
even the tone of your voice, if I talk to you on the phone, I wouldn't think you gay. You sound like a girl to me. You know how some of them be like,
what up,
Young May. What's up, bro? And all that shit. I be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, big boss so perfect.
No, she sound like a girl. You know what I'm saying?
So for me, the thing is about is being myself. I found myself being myself attracts more people than being someone I think
I'm always tell
wanna
that.
be.
And
You know what I mean?
I always tell people that you can never lose being yourself. Because even when people don't like you for being yourself, you feel like it's still a win for me. I always hated when I lost doing shit other people wanted me to do. I be like, I know I shouldn't did that dumb ass shit. I should did. So when I got in fucked up or got my ass whipped for shit I want to do, I be like, well, that's what I wanted to do. Right. So I take that L better than listening or trying to be something else. Somebody else want me to be in shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like nonchalant. If you fucking a million girls and shit, and then they still be saying, oh, he gay. He be like, I might well be gay then, motherfucker. What the fuck I'm doing all this for?
I think probably out of all of the advice my parents gave me coming up, that was probably the most.
Be yourself, man.
It was to follow your own.
Yeah,
mind.
that's it. I told my daughter that.
Don't conform to what everyone else.
There's,
I always tell my daughter
there's things that we all have to conform to. But
yeah.
You
compromise.
You still have to maintain your core,
your identity.
You have to maintain that and stay true to that. Because if you don't, you be all fucked up out here. And that's even though you may find a lot of success and make a lot of money and all that, but
still you ain't happy.
A lot of empty ass rich people out here who are basically lost because they have lost their essence. They don't have that core.
I always tell people, this is my motto, I always tell anybody this, they'll tell you, I always be like, you're not fully an adult or grown until you could think for yourself. Like if you doing what everybody else wants, you can't even think for your motherfucking self. You doing what they said you should do, or well, my mama told me, I don't give a fuck what your mom said. That's wrong, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You ain't looking to it yourself. If you can't reach some shit and think outside the box for yourself, you still got a lot of growing up to do. You know what I'm saying?
That tap into like mental health too, which which our people we neglect that a lot. It is real, and it's just like a lot of us don't think that we need therapy. We need to go talk to somebody. You do need that insight. You do need to go talk to somebody that don't know you or that's not close to you to get a better understanding, and like you can have a better outlet and you maybe feel more comfortable.
I agree.
I've seeked therapy last year around this time, literally a year ago, and I sat down in my consultation and she was asking me so many questions like, oh, how your friends treat you, how your mother treats you, how your daddy treats you, how your coworkers treat you, and like I got on a specific subject and I couldn't even talk about it that happened to me when I was a teenager that I didn't think bothered me no more, and it did. Yeah. And that molds you for who you are as a human being, as an adult. That carries on with you. We don't think it do. That's why it's very important to like be the perfect, not perfect, but like try to like watch what your kids see, because like your parents always think you won't know, you ain't see certain things, or
I know you see.
You know
shit.
what I'm saying? We see everything, and it's just like kids don't forget nothing. And like I didn't think something that happened to me back then would have affected me as a 31.
Yeah, that's 17 years ago or something.
So yeah, the struggling with what I'm talking about for myself personally is struggling with vulnerability. My daddy raised me to not, oh, you can't cry. You can't.
I mean, that's what we was talking. You know, so I don't blame everything like that for that we was talking that type of shit. But stop acting like a little girl. That was the saying.
But is it a good thing to be talking?
No, it's
nothing wrong.
It's a bad thing. No, it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing.
Even for me, you know, they told me to shut up, stop crying.
Yeah, but I told you that on one episode. I said even as a girl, I don't want a girl crying like stop acting like a bitch. So you know a nigga don't want his son crying, but that's how we was taught. So we gotta change that and shit.
I think that comes from a lot of times. A lot of women just living or being in a single home. Mm-hmm. And so now they have to teach their young boy to be a man at an age where they're not even ready to be a man.
Yeah, so they make them
They don't even, you feel me? So they're making them tougher what they need to be.
I know.
Because they want them to be the head of the household. And I'm not saying everybody did.
The black culture, yeah, we dealt with a lot.
Has put men in such a, you know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not a man hater. But they put men in such a predicament to where it's almost like they can't be emotional.
I know, nigga. They talking about I can't eat a banana. I can't eat a fucking hot dog. We can't have brunch.
They can't go to brunch.
We can't do hookah. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
That nigga pulling on a hookah. He gay.
Nigga, if you think I'm gay, I eat a hot dog. Come and try me. I'll beat your ass.
But like when I came up, like wasn't none of that shit a thing.
Yeah.
you know, like at my
Social
house,
media made
and
that.
I tell him all the time, like my father had a master's degree, you know, was a teacher, but my father was a street dude. Yeah. You know what I mean? He grew up when my mother hit town talking about getting married. My father was sitting up in a gambling house playing cards and shit. You know what I mean? He was a street dude, but my papa ain't never like put that kind of shit on me.
Yeah.
And
my mother never did that shit.
Can't go to brunch. What the?
Yeah, my mother never. She never put that shit.
The best fucking meal of the damn day.
Listen. The young lady I was dating, we taught her son what that was, and he was excited.
Yeah.
Like, well, I could get breakfast and for lunch. Oh my god! Like,
Nah, my mom
go to brunch at that damn Leona's on Sheridan.
Yes.
That was the best. That was the coldest brunch in the history.
That's why I love my mother, because my mother never taught me no racism, and she grew up back in the day. My mama's almost 80 years old. She grew up back then. She never taught me no racism. She never taught me to hate no gays or none of that. So that's why I'm open like this to have Kei and Nonchalant on the platform. You know, a lot of heterosexual. No problem. You know, a lot of heterosexual motherfuckers be like, I ain't having no motherfucker up there. Motherfucker gonna think I'm gay. Motherfucker, I know what the fuck I am.
Right.
I ain't worried about none of that shit. I just want to get a lot of insight and get for the people can get a lot of more knowledge. Cause y'all taught me a lot of shit. We gonna have part 2 of this shit. We got this ain't the end of it, cause this is a dope ass conversation. Longest conversation we ever had. Shit. So
it is.
That's what I'm saying. So man, I appreciate both of y'all for coming in. Y'all open books.
Thank you.
Y'all open books and shit.
Thank you, Kei. Only person I could think of was Kei, because she's like super
and she gonna
chill.
talk.
She gonna talk.
She gonna talk.
And
that's
when
what we need.
When she spoke on like she's who she is, I ain't never seen her be a different person.
That's it.
She
That's
is
all
who
I
you
am.
is.
That's all I can be. At the end of the day, you feel me? I can't be nothing else.
You can never lose being yourself. Even when you lose being yourself, you be like, nigga, fuck you. That's who I am.
Okay, period.
My brother who passed away and shit, he be like, man, every time I try to be myself with a bitch, she tried to play me outside of myself. That's why I'm gonna be my motherfucking self. Like every time I try to be something else, they try to play me. So
they did. No, yeah.
So.
And then you're not comfortable with who you are.
Yeah.
And you can't be happy. And you know,
exactly.
after losing my mom, in 2010, it was just like, okay, Kiara, you got to make sure you're happy. Yeah. Because this is the person that, you know what I'm saying, almost like gives you happiness, but almost helps your happiness, right? Because they're telling you things, you know what I'm saying, that you didn't know about yourself. They're pushing you and they're giving you words of encouragement that you didn't know that you even had to give. So at the end of the day, you know, when you lose a parent or someone that's close to you that's rooting you on, you have to be your own. Yeah, you know what I mean? Person rooting your own. You got to be your own audience.
That's funny you saying that. Because the episode coming out tomorrow on YouTube, it's called Love Yourself.
Man,
so make sure you watch it. It's called Love Yourself. That's the name of it. The audio already out, but the YouTube video come out tomorrow. So, you know what I'm saying? Ain't y'all try to keep y'all out motherfucking night. Nonchalant, you going to have some bars for us before we get up out of here?
Yeah, I got that instrumental.
You got that? What instrumental? You ain't talking about no instrumental.
I mean, what I'm rap to? You just want me to go out?
You can spit. You can just spit because you supposed to tell me about the instrumental. I ain't got no motherfucking instrumental.
Y'all can't pull it up.
I ain't never point. You supposed to tell me is you gonna rap? Is you a rapper or you ain't, motherfucker? You got some bars? That's on you if you want to do it or not.
Listen, you challenging me now. I gotta show you.
Okay then, we don't want no beat. We want to just hit some bars.
Y'all hit some bars. All right,
go.
I'm way too cocky to ever lose, bitch. And if I ain't too sexy, I bet my shoes is. I don't need no edits, just supposed to prove pics. Niggas that had capping, I'll be rapping, call it loose lips. Eyes low like Asians, but they ain't my persuasion. There's no conversation without the conversation. All these niggas be frontin', don't want no confrontation. Cause you could really get shot and talking vaccinations. Cause they are mean to the public, tell them keep persuading. Because it's very much fuck you if it's no relation. Yeah, talking all that shit. You gon' need Frito-Lay to stack all these chips. Since P. Diddy and May shining around this big, dropping baby ass bars, niggas still in the crib. How you don't suck dick, but you eat a McRib. All these new drugs got the kids going in the head. I'm like Sonic to these hoes and these niggas is tails. Cry baby to you hoes and you niggas is squares. I don't lose like them dudes on Chicago Bears. Yeah, after this, y'all should be scared. Listen, talking crazy like it ain't about your bank account. Talking checks, yeah, it better be a big amount.
That's good. That's good. That's
Hey,
good.
hey, y'all find all the Instagrams, everything. Y'all find everything in the description, man. We ain't gonna hold y'all no longer. We out of this biatch.
They gonna feel this.